I was so stoked to get to talk to you. I'm not gonna lie. For like 2 weeks, I was like, I get to talk to Konshens. Like the reason that this is so exciting is because like the radio station that I work
Yeah,
at, it plays more mainstream pop music and that sort of thing.
yeah, yeah.
So for us to get to highlight music like dancehall, I'm a West Indian. I'm like, wow, like it's just a sense of pride getting to talk to artists like you. A huge congratulations on your new album that's coming out, Red Rain.
Thank
So
you.
in terms of the album, in terms of the sound, would you say that this is like a new era of Konshens, and what can we expect from the album?
I would say it's a mixture of a new conscience and some of the old parts of me that people love. You know what I mean? Definitely more knowledge now, more experiences, and kind of the experiences are not like I think a few major experiences in the past couple of years kind of affected me big time.
Mm-hmm.
So and kind of shaped me up a little bit. So I think right now I'm kind of settled and just back in love with music again.
Because I know as an artist, right? Like COVID affected so many people's livelihoods because you couldn't go out and
Yeah,
tour and share your music and all of that. So did that play an impact on, your
big
situation?
time, big
Yeah.
time, big time. Like tours canceled, lockdown. Like listen. COVID-19 made me appreciate being on tour and being outside and being on stage and just having physical communication with people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I wasn't really I can't say that was the main thing about music that I love, but right now I definitely appreciate it way more.
So, in terms of dance hall, the genre, for our
Mhm.
listeners who aren't too familiar with it, how would you best describe dance hall to them?
Um, wow, you see, that's crazy because dancehall that I know and love is kind of different from the dancehall that's really hot right now
Mm-hmm.
or trending right now. I would say dancehall is sexy, aggressive, and real. You know what I mean? It's born from Jamaica and given to the world. It has been remixed a bunch of ways, but if it's dancehall, it still has that identity and it's feel good music.
Feel good music for sure. I don't think you can
Yeah,
get a genre better than dance hall for that feel good music. And
right.
obviously, the album is the focus of this. And one collaboration that I was so excited for was Pay For It with Spice.
Yeah,
And I didn't realize that that was only your first time working with Spice. I assumed that you
very
guys
first
worked.
time.
Yeah. So I was like, why did it take so long, first of all? And how did that collaboration even happen after so many years?
You'd be surprised how many artists in Jamaica, how many dancehall artists really never work with each other and like you
Mm-hmm.
overlook it. I mean, it's to me it's weird, but I get it. You know what I mean? I think this song with Spice, first of all, like what I love about it is the fact that people see Conscience and Spice and you're not expecting a song like this.
Not
You're
at all.
expecting some
Not at all.
hardcore, yeah. So like when they hear it and they realize, oh, this is like a song. You know what I mean? I love that reaction. I love that kind of okay, this is different. I like that. Spice is definitely the queen of dancehall and her delivery. Well, come on. If you know Spice, you know why she's a queen. You know what I mean? Her
Yeah.
delivery is second to none. Her presence, everything about her. The song came about by just me linking up with Russia and I'm like, yo, we need another one. And we started cooking up. We link up with some bad writers called her name is Natalia. I forget what her group is called, but they're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And we laid on the idea, and Russian was like, "Yo, Spice," and I was like, "Yes."
Mm-hmm.
You know, hit her up, and she did it, and it's history. In
Yeah.
Jamaica, do the video, great.
I think what you said is totally right because when I heard that you and Spice were on a track together, what the song actually is a complete opposite of what I thought it was
All
going to
right, all right,
be.
all right, all right.
I
You're
was,
ready for dance? I'm broke out and
yes.
say, all right, let's get those booty shorts. Let's go.
Yeah.
No,
I was like, wow, this is like a nice, slow wine kind of song. So,
right,
in
right,
terms, I
right.
want to hop into that a little bit. In terms of your music, it tends to be particularly like hardcore dance hall. And, we're talking about, we thought that's what your collaboration with Spice would look like. So,
Yeah.
this track is way more laid back. So, in terms of the sound of your new album, is this more are you going down this path a little bit more? And why did you choose to do this more laid back approach? Was it for like, wanting to appeal to more quote masses?
Not really. I think if you're as an artist, if you sit in the studio and start to say that to yourself, like I want to appeal to this crowd and I want to appeal to this crowd, it kind of becomes work. I mean, the creative process now becomes work. It's clouded with too many opinions. And, I mean? Like for me, I just think about being different sometimes and just doing whatever the mood is at the time for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In this particular song, I think we did a song just like any other song. You know what I mean? And then the idea of being different and putting spice on it is just something that came up spur of the moment. So it wasn't like, yo, let's go and change the direction. And, no, that wasn't what happened. In terms of the mood of the album, it's me. Like people who know me over the years, I'm like, today may add this, tomorrow I may add that. You know what I mean? I'm constantly changing according to the mood that I'm in. It just happens that most of the songs that became very popular, the girl sang them and the hardcore dancehall sang them. But the diversity has always been there, and this album is no different.
I, again, really enjoyed it because it was the opposite of what I thought it would be. But can you go into a little bit of detail about what the song itself is about?
All right, the song is basically me lying my ass off to women, right? Be like, yo, like for real, like me just meet you. You're so beautiful. I would spend all my money on you. I think that's ridiculous. First of all,
so you would never do that? Never?
First of all, you will never know about all my money. That's rule number one. So me spend all my money on you. But you know what I mean? It's an exaggeration, but it's really like it's celebrating your beauty and what your beauty and your physical attraction did to me. Your physical attractiveness did to me. Like it, you know what I mean? It's that kind of celebration. And women want to hear that, like, yo, come in and pay. You know what I mean? So I will kind of play on that a little bit and kind of exaggerate it a little bit, and that's how you got the song.
I especially liked about Spice's verse in the song was kind of like, she was like, I don't need your money. I'm a independent woman, but
there's something about you, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that I think that's the part where we gave it some thought and some, I would discuss it. Like we didn't want her to come and be like, yeah, all right, you're gonna pay and do like the usual dancehall reaction. Like she came in and listened, I'm powerful. You're talking all of this. Let's hear what you have to say. You know I mean, there's something different about you. We hear what you have to say, but don't feel like I need this. But if you're gonna do it, let's go. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, overall, it was like a really fun and playful song. So if that's just like a snippet of what's coming on the album, I'm so stoked for it. Do you have a release date, by the way, for the album yet?
I don't have a release date. And the thing is, like, if you listen to, like, the first single is very dark and depressing and reflective of life. And then this one is more playful. So, like, I intentionally dropping the singles, like, you can't catch a vibe and be like, all right, this is what the album is going to be like. All right, this is what it's going to be like. Like, even though we're dropping the singles, you still don't know what the album is going to be like until you get the album. So don't even start to shape your opinion yet and be like, okay, it's going to be this vibe. You're going to be disappointed.
I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, what is it going to sound like? But I guess that's your master plan. You were mentioning before that even in Jamaica, like a lot of the artists haven't even worked together. But in terms of your list of collaborations with people who are, quote, mainstream artists, like you've worked with like Cardi B, Doja Cat, Chris Brown, Pitbull. So when you are working with these artists and hopping onto different projects, are you looking at it at the sense of like, okay, I am trying to cross over into a mainstream music scene? Or do you also view it as some of these artists trying to hop into the world of dancehall as well?
Both, more so an opportunity for me. More so for a few of them is I'm gonna be real. Like more so for a few of them is more so an opportunity for me, and for a few it's like dancehall is that the cool kid in school. That's what dancehall is to the
Mm-hmm.
mainstream world. So like you find a huge pop artist that the label is like, all right, you need to get this demographic onto your stuff. You need to like get a little cool element, get a dancehall feature. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I think it's been a mixture, but more so an opportunity for me. And for for me and these features over the years, it very few of them was me reaching out to people or you know what I mean, having a meeting and be like, yo, we need to do this. So most of them just fall into place. Like Cardi B, I didn't know who Cardi B was. And my girl was like, yeah, Cardi B want to do a song with you. I'm like, who named Cardi B? She pull her up on YouTube and show me and she's like, yo, you better go do that. And I just went and did it. And she cool. And then like a few months later, Cardi B became Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like for me, it's always a story. There's always something more to it than just yo, two artists hooking up.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
in terms of a main goal for yourself as an artist, what does that look like?
That changed for me every week. So I don't know. As of right now, I just want to do great music, and I want my career where it is now mixed with what Sean Paul career is,
Mm-hmm.
and if after the next 5 6 years that's what it feels like, I'm satisfied.